President Ibrahim Traore is continuing to show critics that more is still coming in Burkina Faso. Thinking that he would not add to the provisions he had already made possible for Burkina Faso was totally wrong. This recent mega purchase through the port of Tema along Ghana's coastline is proving that President Ibrahim Traore is more than ready to realize a more advanced Burkina Faso in all corners of the country. President Ibrahim Traore is utilizing every available possibilities and difficulties to get Burkina Faso out of rigidity in terms of economic growth and development and national sovereignty as a whole. As we have been continuously saying that agriculture is among the major sectors in Burkina Faso, President Ibrahim is not settled when it comes to transforming the sector into a more efficient, sovereign and competitive one. Through immense mechanization of farming, President Ibrahim Traore has managed to purchase a fleet of trucks and tractors totaling to nearly 1,000. But this purchase comes at an expense of an expected surprise and sacrifice made by President Ibrahim Traore, which has shown the true value he is continuously providing for Burkina Faso. With that said, someone may eagerly ask, what sacrifice has President Ibrahim Traore made to purchase nearly 1,000 trucks and tractors for use in broader farming in Burkina Faso? As every nation, every financial year, formulates a national budget catering for various sectors of the nation, Burkina Faso isn't left out from that perspective. As a good number of you are familiar with what was recently occurring in Burkina Faso concerning insecurity in Burkina Faso, President Ibrahim had put immense effort in fight against militant groups that had disorganized what was once a thriving nation. Ever since President Ibrahim Traore's rise into power in September 2022, Burkina Faso has spent around $1 billion, or more than 600 billion CFA francs, on military equipment, among other military services. The equipment consisting mainly of IED-proof armored fighting vehicles, weapons and ammunition, and military engineering equipment, including excavators, truck carriers and tankers. Militant have found the toughest times of their lives a thing which has President Ibrahim Traore, a true lion, roaring in Burkina Faso. By prioritizing majorly military while also taking closer focus on other sectors of the country, many critics thought that President Ibrahim Traore was going to be a military-focused man in order to keep himself in power. As I earlier said, every nation has a national budget for its various sectors. Burkina Faso's 2025 budget made an incredible change, when the 2025 military budget was minimized to allocate a significant amount of money on broader farming in Burkina Faso. As that now, military attacks have significantly reduced, President Ibrahim Traore feels it is time to put immense focus on various sectors of the country. As we have always said that immense agricultural mechanization is totally on the mind of President Ibrahim Traore, the minimized 2025 military budget was focused on farming. Safely docked to Ghana's Tema seaport, the equipment include graders, hydraulic shovels, bulldozers and compactors. Purchased at a cost of over 13 billion CFA francs, the equipment are for use in cultivation, irrigation, and excavation in agricultura dams construction, rehabilitation of various agricultura dam sites, optimization of hydro-agricultural projects across the nation in order to ensure water mobilization and availability for irrigation, agro-pastoral development, among others. Being in the hands of the National Office of Dams and Hydro-Agricultural Development and the National Company for Land Development for Rural Equipment, President Ibrahim Traore is continuously mechanizing the agricultural sector of Burkina Faso. In Africa, agricultural mechanization has been limited by socio-economic, technological, and political factors. This is why visionary leaders such as President Ibrahim Traore want to change this narrative. Sub-Saharan Africa has a large amount of fertile land, including 60% of the world's uncultivated arable land. However, this land is often underutilized, and the continent loses nutrients more quickly than other regions due to under-mechanized sector compared to other global regions. Agriculture is a crucial sector for Africa as most rural communities depend on it for food and income, and it employs roughly 53% of the labor force. Yet despite its enormous social and economic potential, the sector has become a poverty trap. A big cause of that is African governments massively underinvesting in agriculture. Commitments are made but never realized. African Union member states committed to spend at least 10% of the government's budget on agriculture. Yet recently, the average spending on agriculture in Africa was just 4.1%. And whether any of this low spending even reached small-scale farmers is another question. The World Bank and IMF have not helped, insisting through conditions on their lending that agricultural markets be fully liberalized, promoting export crops and cash crops over food crops. African governments have been denied policy tools that are regularly used by richer nations to support their farmers, such as subsidies or public interventions to guarantee prices. This is why rising Pan-Africanists, such as President Ibrahim Traore and his colleagues in the Alliance of Sahel States, wants total sovereignty with minimal involvement of aid from IMF. President Ibrahim Traore knows that in order to yield massive agricultural results and total food sovereignty, agricultural mechanization is among the major solutions. Sustainable agricultural mechanization considers the environmental, social, economic, and cultural impacts of mechanization. It can help mitigate climate-related hazards. Agricultural mechanization can be defined as a process by which human labor along the entire agricultural value chain is replaced by other sources of energy, such as animal power, fossil energy, or renewable energy. It simplifies and reduces heavy work, compensates for labor shortages, enhances productivity, and may contribute to the mitigation of climate-related threats. As a rising country, Burkina Faso's achievements are attributed to the sustained growth in its agricultural sector, a thing which President Ibrahim Traore clearly knows, and he is continuously showing with the purchase of these fleet of agricultural equipment. Agriculture is always a priority sector for Burkina Faso. Agricultural mechanization, however, was not previously a priority in the overall national agricultural budget, a perspective which President Ibrahim Traore is in dire need of changing.